Welcome to the Dream Huge podcast, where we'll talk with real estate investors, entrepreneurs, business leaders, athletes, and more to inspire you with their success stories so you can work hard, never give up, and dream huge. And now, let's start the show.
Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome to the Dream Huge podcast, hosted by Mark Gray, slanging deals every day, slanging dumbbells every day.
What's going on, Pete?
How you doing, Mark? Good. Excellent. Excellent. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. Excellent.
Excellent. Mark provided me with another new book, by the way, from the Mark Gray Book Club, which I really am enjoying. Tribe of Millionaires. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Tribe of Millionaires. That's a great read. So if you haven't read that one or listened to it, check it out. Thank you for that.
They got a free copy on GoBundance.com.
Oh, really? Nice plug. GoBundance. GoBundance. I'm not familiar with GoBundance.
You'll have to look it up.
Okay. See, that's why you come to the podcast. You learn new stuff every day. And my man, the two-time champ, soon-to-be three-time champ, fighting out of this corner, the huge Justin Bigelow. What is up, Justin?
What's up, Pete?
Nothing, man. How you doing today?
Doing great.
Good, buddy. Thanks for joining us.
Living the dream.
Biggie himself. And the main event, Mr. John Pavlansky, rising star, rock star, real estate investor, real estate agent here with Dream Huge Realty. We're going to dive into his brain and see what makes him tick and how he's having such tremendous early success in his real estate career. We are excited to pick the brain of John Pavlansky. How you doing today, John?
I'm doing terrific, Pete.
Hey, man, thank you. Good. Thank you for coming. Thank you for making the time and sharing your story to help inspire others. Because, guys, we don't always talk real estate, but in today's case, we do. But we love to share success stories from other entrepreneurs, movers, shakers, and influencers. Hopefully, these interviews and stories will help to motivate and inspire you to dream huge. So today we welcome our special guest, as I said, John Pavlansky. So, Mr. Pavlansky, tell us a little bit about yourself and what it is that you do.
Okay, so yeah, I'm a new agent at Dream Huge Realty, and as well a real estate investor. 21 years young, from the Madison area. So I do real estate buying and selling, as well as I just bought my first duplex, so I'm getting into the investment game as well.
Excellent. And you said new. How new are you?
I've been with Dream Huge since May 12th. So today's September 9th, so almost 4 months.
And how many folks have you been able to help out so far already by closing on a property for them?
Including my deal, I've closed 9 deals.
Wow. 9 deals in 4 months.
Yes, sir.
Man, I knew you was busy, but I didn't realize you were that busy. That is tremendous.
And working on the side, right?
Yeah, and still working
Yes.
20 hours at my my W-2 job still.
Excellent. Which is?
I work down at Debt Recovery Solutions. I've been the revenue recovery manager there for about 2.5 years, so I'm still there 20 hours a week. Gotcha.
And did you see? And this is great advice. Okay, so this is the perfect setup right here, because I get asked this question all the time. What is it like being a real estate agent? Should I stay with my current job? Should I quit my current job? How much time is involved in it? Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Yeah, certainly. I was lucky enough to have a great business that I worked for, Debt Recovery Solutions. I had a great relationship with the vice president down there, Bethany Robertson. And I just had a really open and honest conversation with her when I first started real estate after I got licensed, just about how I can transition and still help debt recovery, but still grow my own business. And she was more than willing to help. So, I bumped down from 40 hours a week to about 32. I started leaving a little bit earlier, and then eventually bumped it down to 20 hours a week. And I tried to stay there for a little while, too, for the investing side.
Yeah.
Because you have to have 2 years of the self-employment as far as real estate goes to be able to get approved for a loan. So it helped having 3 years of job history,
sure.
W-2 job history, to obtain that loan and start the investing side of things too.
Right. So, yeah. So anybody out there looking to buy their first property, even if it's just a single family home, lenders like to see that 2 years minimum of work experience, W-2 experience, right? And you have that, and you kept that, and that's worked out great. You were able to secure, purchase your own duplex, which you're actually moving into this weekend. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I know, and I want to get into the details on that as well. But what skills from DRS were you able to translate into the real estate world?
Man, DRS, and I've told a lot of kids this too, I think that was the best route for me instead of going to college, was working at DRS. I was there for 3 years, and it sounds a little crazy to say, but debt collection is one of the best sales in the business. I mean, it is. It doesn't seem like it would be sales, but you're calling somebody that doesn't want to talk to you, doesn't have the money to pay you, and not only do you have to make them trust you, then you have to make them realize, hey, I'm here to help you. I want to work this out to help you get this debt paid off while also helping us, collect the balance. So it's hard.
Sure,
it's
they're
hard.
turned off at first, I could imagine. Do you ever get hung up on?
Oh, certainly.
Do you ever get cursed at?
Oh yeah.
What are some of the names you've been called?
Well, I don't think we can say that on the podcast.
Anything that starts with an F.
Oh yeah, certainly. I've been called about everything under the sun, everything in the book, man.
Oh my gosh.
Hung up on immediately, and some people are just. Some people, unfortunately, it's kind of hopeless. They don't want to pay it. They don't have the money to pay it, and they're not going to pay it.
Right, but you really are coming from a servant standpoint. You're looking to help and serve them.
Absolutely.
Because you can consolidate that debt, right? You can help them get it paid off sooner. A lot of times you're just counseling them, advising them. No different than what we do in this business.
Right, and some people don't even know. Like, I've went through complete budgets with people on the phone. They're saying, I know I have no money after, we pay bills and get groceries, we have no money. It's like, all right, so what are your bills like? How much do you pay in groceries? And I've literally wrote out a budget to people and say, you have this much money left over. I don't know what else you're spending it on, but you have bills that are hitting your credit report and affecting your ability to get a loan down the road. So, it's really coming from a standpoint of trying to help them. And like I said, that sales experience that I got from there was huge. Not to mention the professional side of it as well. I was the revenue recovery manager, so I'm emailing back and forth with vendors. I'm trying to solve problems with our system people. There's so many different ways that I've learned to be professional by being there too in the 3 years. And I think that's way more that I could have learned by actually being there and getting the experience rather than sitting in a classroom and watching a whiteboard or reading through textbooks. Cannot beat that real life experience. Love that. And you're out here, you're taking great, excellent care of folks. I remember when I started out and I was maybe a little timid because I didn't really know the business. But what I promised people was that, hey, I'm not as busy as the biggest huge producers, so you might get more attention from me. You will get more attention from me. I'm only, these big, huge agents, Biggie, you've got 5 to 10 deals going on at once.
Not
correct?
enough.
Not enough, right? Always want more, and I'm the same. But that's why you're succeeding, because you already have the confidence. I knew from day one when I met you, you're very confident. You have that professional confidence. And you're going to tell folks like, hey, I'm only, how many months in?
Almost 4. Yeah.
4 months in, but you are going to get my undivided attention. You are going to be thinking that you are my only client when I'm working with you. And I'm going to get you to that closing table, baby, and we ain't giving up till we get there.
Exactly.
And so that's what you can bring, and that's what you have brought to the table. And it doesn't matter that you're only 4 months in, because look at all of our combined experience. And that's what you get with Dream Huge. You get a combined team experience. So Mark Gray is your mentor, correct?
Yep.
And so you're bouncing stuff off of Mark all the time.
Oh, yeah.
And then, you've got Justin Bigelow here.
Mark's my mentee.
Yeah.
So I train Mark.
And we all train and powwow together and share ideas and brainstorm and how can we help our clients? How can we serve our clients better?
Right.
And so you've got that experience to back you up.
Yeah, and I tell my clients that all the time. I'm like, even if there's an answer that I don't know, because that's obviously a concern from people. Well, we've only been in for 4 months. What if there's something that you don't know when we ask you? That's fine. I work with a terrific team. We were top 5 in the area last year, and it was our second year in the business.
Yes, sir.
So, if I can tell them that, hey, we've got a great team around me. If there's something I don't know, I'm surely somebody on our team does, and I'll get that answer to you immediately. So that absolutely helps.
Yes.
John had a couple deals that he did that he contacted me for, and I'm like, shit, I don't even know. Let me call Pete or Justin. Let's figure this out.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's okay to not know. We don't know the answers to everything, but we will find out.
We can't know everything.
Yeah.
When I first started, I was about your age in there, and I talked to my old broker, and he's like, dude, I've been doing this 10 years, and I don't know everything. Yeah. There's always something new.
Yeah.
So, to be worried that someone doesn't know everything, do you know everything about what you're doing? No.
That's
Same thing with me. But I will find the answer, and that's all that matters.
That's right.
I will find him.
I may have known it at one time, but I've forgotten it. So I gotta I gotta Google it up so I can remember.
Well, yeah.
And I went through some hard deals to start. I remember there was one I brought to you, both of you guys, Mark and Pete, and both of you guys looked at me like, "Whoa, I've never seen this one. I don't know." I was like, "Of course, my second deal is one that no one else has seen."
Well, you were in contract for a huge deal, and that one fell through.
Unfortunately, yeah.
So, tell us a little bit about your emotional roller coaster during that deal and dealing with clients and just how you have to know and realize that sometimes deals fall apart.
Yeah, it was a tough one. It was a tough one to swallow because it would have been my first sale too.
Wow.
And obviously I didn't tell my buyers that.
Was that a $700,000 or $800,000 sale?
$750,000 it was. It was a 6-bed, 8-bath. It had a sauna, a pool room. I mean, this place was unreal. So being a new agent, first walking in there, I'm walking in there for the show, I'm like, holy shit.
It's David versus Goliath.
Right. Like, oh my gosh. So
you were intimidated, but you moved forward with confidence.
Yeah, absolutely. And I talked like I've done it 1,000 times.
Yeah.
And I'm dealing with a doctor, somebody that's incredibly professional. So, I definitely let the confidence shine and act like, it was just another day.
Yeah.
So we were about a week out from closing, and the sellers asked for some kind of outrageous request, a week out, and
a week out,
yeah, for some longer possession on the property, and it couldn't happen. So we were in limbo for a couple of days, and my buyers eventually said, "Hey, we have to get out of our house. We have to, think about ourselves here, and we can't be in limbo. So we're going to try to find something else." And I understood, but $750,000 deal for my first deal would have been massive.
Yeah.
Would have been even
I would have
awesome.
been mad.
Right.
All right. So I know we have a lot of agents that listen to this, but for those of you who aren't agents, 750 times, usually it's 3%. That's $22,500 that you saw slip through your fingers.
Yeah.
Did you have that check spent already in your mind?
I didn't. I didn't have it spent, but I knew what I was. I knew what I was going to do with it. So it probably would have just been putting it down on the property.
Was that going to go towards your duplex anyhow?
Yeah, that was
which
probably
you still made happen.
Right.
Took a couple extra months, but you kept on grinding, and you had a huge one fall through right off the bat.
Yeah.
And that might have scared away some of the more faint of heart. But not old JP for 3, man. He hung in there and kept on grinding and closed 9 deals in his first 4 months. So that is super impressive. Biggie, did that top your first 4 months?
Well, it's all different when you start.
Yeah.
So it's the timing of when you. Now I started in August.
Okay.
So my first 4 months I closed 2.
Okay.
But it was the downside of the market. So
right.
I really counted the next calendar year.
Okay.
And that was the winter. So January through April, I closed like 3. But then the next month in May, I closed 4 in 2 days.
So
I like to count on one full calendar year.
Right, but you definitely had the same early success. Did you experience any huge ones falling through, or did you experience anything similar to JP where like you didn't quite know what was going on, but you just kept pushing forward anyhow?
Right. So the only thing that's related to that would be like my second listing ever. The people didn't trust me, and something, I don't know. They said I wasn't good enough. That's how I felt.
Yeah.
And they blamed it on the brokerage not being known, which is utter garbage. But as a new agent, I didn't know that. Hey, they're saying my brokerage isn't known. Is that a problem? Is there something here? Is that like a true thing? I mean, it's not known around here.
Yeah.
And so that was the thing. And so they just listed with someone else. And, that was hard to take. But I'm like, how can I still make positive out of this?
Right.
I tried to pass off a referral for a new agent, which most people would never do, because why would they give it to the competition? So I tried that, but I ended up selling the house by getting the buyer. So
nice. No way. I love when that happens.
And that's when the confidence.
You got fired basically, and then you
confidence came in. I said, "Let's go."
you got fired basically, and then come right back and said, "I told you so."
Made more money.
Yeah, brought him a buyer. That's cool. And a lot of times you'll fall out of deals in this business, and you'll get into another deal, which is a better deal. You'll have a better buyer. You'll have better terms, and the price will be even higher. If you want the higher price if you have the seller, you want the lower price if you're having the buyer, obviously. But the deal terms will be better, I should say, overall. Sometimes, a lot of times you get a stinker for a client or whatever, and the deal falls through, and you're kind of thankful it falls through because you got to deal with that client after the closing as well.
Yeah,
and it's not every client is a good client. But
everyone's got their own difficulty.
Yeah, but we're here to take care of all those that we can. That's for sure.
And there's some clients that are easy as could be. I closed a house a couple weeks ago, and we didn't even go to the showing. We didn't even go see the house. They'd already seen it. They knew they wanted it, so we put an offer in. We got it. Went to the closing table like 2 weeks after that.
Great point.
It was easy.
And you're in this business long enough, and for you only 4 months. But you'll for all the hard, terrible ones, you'll get some easy ones too, and it'll all average out. Very good. So, all right. Tell us a little bit about your journey to become a real estate agent, and how and why you chose that path.
Well, I always kind of knew real estate was going to be the answer for me down the road. I actually remember being in, I think it was 7th or 8th grade. We had a project in class where we had to tell everybody what we wanted to be or what we wanted to do. And mine was a real estate agent.
No way.
Yeah, it was. And I remember one of my family friends telling me, that's a housewife job. So it strayed me away from it for a little bit.
Man, I don't even think we can say that these days. That's
well, to that point, the reason they say that is because if you go back and look at it, I had this epiphany one time. Why are all the real estate agents women? Why are they the housewives? Well, look at it. 80% of the real estate agents are women.
Yeah.
And it's just how society is. Allows for the wife, who might not be the primary breadwinner, to go do a little side thing called real estate.
Yeah.
And that strayed me away from it for a little bit, hearing that. I don't know why. It was probably just the opinion of others. I hadn't built that mindset yet. So I kind of put it on the back burner for a little bit. Went through high school, went out of high school. I actually took a year off after I got finished with high school and graduated. I took a year off, and I was working at Kroger at the time, just up at the cash desk. So I was cashing checks, doing money orders, kind of learning a little bit how to be professional in that side of things. And then after taking a year off, I did go back to college. I went back to the Mansfield branch for a year. I was just going for a business administration degree. Still working at DRS at this time. I actually moved over there right in that same time when I started college. And they accommodated me working and going to school at the same time. But it got to a point where it got incredibly busy. And then this real estate came back in my mind. I'm like, why don't you go do that now?
Yeah.
You still want to do it at heart. So let's look into it a little bit more. Started looking into it more. Bought my classes. Sat down, wrote down a pros and cons list of the pros and cons to dropping out of college. And then went over it with a couple of people that were close to me, and decided the best route was to drop out of college and then pursue real estate. Got my license while I was working at DRS. Like I said, signed over with an agency in Crestline for a little while. It just wasn't a good fit for me. Moved over here to Dream Huge, and it's kind of blasted off since. Yeah. Like I said, nine closings in the first 4 months. I just got my duplex moving in this Saturday, which I'm looking forward to. But so that was kind of how I got into real estate and in the path that I took to get here. And you'll find, and you probably already have, the good producing agents, the huge producers who are also real estate investors as well. Unfortunately, they don't have time to be a housewife or a house husband. Because that's a full-time job in itself.
Right.
So shout out to all them housewives and house husbands out there, because that's actually a 24/7 job.
They're holding down the house.
Yes. Yeah. We're very thankful for them. But you would not have time to do that. Not doing 9 closings in 4 months and working 20 hours. So yeah, it can be, and I love it. Everybody says, well, I want to get into real estate because I get to set my own schedule.
Good luck.
You guys heard that one? Like, no, your clients set your schedule. Because you got to move when it's hot, when the iron's hot, you got to strike.
I mean, if you're disciplined, sure, you can set your own schedule, but you have to adhere to it.
Right.
I'm going to work from 12 to 10 to 2. That's when I'm going to work. Are you really going to work? No, you ain't, because you ain't being told what to do. Right. Unless you have that discipline inside you and the passion to tell yourself, I got to do this.
You have to set appointments for yourself.
Yep. Right.
Otherwise, your calendar gets jammed.
Ain't no one going to do it.
And that's what we want. We want to be jammed. We want the more the better.
And it's not just showings and listings and going to listing appointments and showing appointments. I mean, it's everything under the sun. I mean, I'm posting videos. I'm calling or cold calling. Like, there's so many different avenues.
Letters, doing emails.
Right. There's so many different avenues to getting a sale in real estate, and I think that's not seen as much anymore. It's more just, you're just going to showings, going to listing appointments.
You only open doors.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Turn on light switches. Turn them off. Okay, so I got to ask you this. So, have you read the book "Contact Equals Contracts" by Pete Peterson?
Surely.
Who's that?
Okay, did that have anything to do with your success?
Well, I think all the books have something to do with my success.
Yes.
But opening up that sphere of influence and really reaching out to people and connecting with more people is huge. And that was something I didn't realize when I was at the other agency, is that I really got to get out there and connect. I got to get out of obscurity, if I'm saying that correctly.
Yes.
Yep.
That's that 10X.
What's the saying? If they don't know you.
If they don't know you, they won't flow you.
That's right. That's right.
And it's the truth. It's the truth. Now I see people that I haven't seen in years, and they say, "Oh, I see you're killing it. I love your videos. I see you're killing it." Exactly. Yep. As long as I can tie my name together with real estate, that's the goal for me. Yep. And so whenever you think of real estate, the first name I want you to pop in your head is John Pavlansky.
Yeah. That's great, man. You're doing it. Be omnipresent. Be omnipresent. All lessons we learned from Uncle G, Grant Cardone. All right, so let's step back to the duplex. So we got a lot of first-time real estate investors listening. How do I go about buying my first duplex, and what did you look for?
So the first step is finding the deal. This was a property that I was looking at for a little while. I actually went and seen it probably about a month before I put an offer in on it. I went back on the market, seen it was still there, and this was actually an all-market deal. It was listed for $170,000. It was a side-by-side duplex, 2 beds, 1.5 bath in each side, garage, basement.
How long was it on the market?
I think about a month and a half.
Okay, so I hear this a lot. Oh, every property I look at is sold the day it's listed. Not true, right?
Not true. Yeah. Not true. And I actually got a $20,000 discount because I bought it for $150,000. Yeah. So there's another common theme that you hear right now is, well, everything's overpriced and you got to go over list price. I got $20,000 off on a duplex. So, I seen the deal. Me and Mark, we were in the office and we ran the numbers. They look good. Not massive cash flow. I'm not cash flowing $600-700 a month, but it's good cash flow for a first property, and perfect for house hacking. So that was the plan for me, is to live in one side, rent out the other, bring a roommate in. I have a roommate right now, one of my best friends, and he's going to move in with me, and he's going to pay me too, as well as the other side. So
essentially, house hacking is you get to live for free. You subsidize your mortgage payment with rent, from a 2 up to a 4 unit. And a shout out to Mark Gray for helping you run those numbers, because he's amazing at that. And Biggie is as well. But Mark's got the Bigger Pockets calculators, which he can break down any rental property for you. He's a seasoned investor. He's a seasoned flipper, and he can run those numbers and see if it makes sense. And here's the next best part I love about that is the bank is even going to double check those numbers. And if the bank believes in it, guess what? They're going to lend you money on it. So it's like 1, 2, 3 people checked on those numbers, and now it's gonna fly. Yeah. Who was the lender?
Michelle Wallace, Union Home Mortgage.
Michelle Wallace, shout out Michelle Wallace. All right. So did you do Michelle Wallace, Union Home Mortgage, mwallace@uhm.com? Just had lunch with her today. Actually, she's tremendous. If you guys are looking for it,
she bought me my lunch today. She gave me a City Grill gift card,
nice.
So I went down and got some City Grill.
Excellent. Today. Well, good. Great to hear. And she actually has an office here in Dream Huge, and she always helps all of us out. But so you went FHA?
Actually, I went conventional.
Okay.
Conventional.
Very good.
5% down.
5%?
5%. Yep.
She has a conventional 5% down
5%.
program with no PMI.
I do have PMI.
You do have PMI.
For primary.
For primary, you have to live
Okay.
there for 1 year.
That's new.
Yep.
Okay, so it's something kind of in between standard conventional and FHA. It's kind of in between.
Yeah, that's way better.
Yeah.
FHA, you get stuck with the PMI. Because I did the same thing. I bought a single family and then bought a duplex. So, but I had to go FHA, and I'm stuck with the $140 PMI payment that goes
Well, he said he
nowhere.
does
Yeah,
have
I do
PMI.
have PMI.
Can you pay
But
that
you're
off?
conventional, so it'll fall
Not
off.
sure.
The difference is FHA. I'm stuck until I get enough equity to refi.
Yeah,
Yours at least falls off. That's why you wouldn't go conventional.
gotcha.
Normally, it was like 15 to 20% on a duplex with Union Home. But the 5%, that's a game changer.
Yeah, because it's just it's not seen as I guess still seen as an investment property, but with being my primary residence,
Yeah.
only 5% down. It's
So
tremendous.
you
awesome.
brought 7,500 down. Does that sound about right?
I put a little bit more
Okay.
because I only got approved for 135 with working 20 hours a week.
Okay.
So I put a little bit more. So I put my 5% down payment down, but I also put a little bit more to cover that
Okay.
in between.
I'm just
the
trying to give
150.
listeners, paint a picture for the listeners out there who may be thinking of investing.
Yeah.
So let's say you did go FHA. 150 times 0.035. That's about $5,000 down. So
Right.
you could literally buy a duplex for 150 grand for about $5,250 down. And you live in one side, you rent out the other, and JP's even take it to the next level. He's renting to a roommate. of
Yes.
his. So you give him more subsidy, and that's how you do it, guys.
And your down payment is pretty much, especially with FHA, it's pretty much non-existent if you're an agent. You're your own buyer's agent.
Right.
So you're making commission off
That's
of
the
it too.
beauty right there.
Correct. So that's the reason I got into this business was to pay myself commissions on deals that I bought.
Right.
I got in as an investor. So that's what's great about being an investor and having your real estate license. It can only help you.
Right.
You can always pay 3% more.
Yep. That's right. And you pay
Who else
yourself.
can do that?
You pay yourself, and you get to pay yourself to buy a property.
Yep.
Especially if you go even as far as having the owner finance the down payment, you can come zero out of pocket to buy. Right? I know does that even exist anymore?
Yeah.
It exists.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does
But yeah, that's
someday.
the magic right
We got
there.
to find it.
You thought that was easy? How about let's crank it up?
So you have the seller finances the down payment, and so you're $0 out of pocket to buy it, and you pay yourself your commission. So you get paid to buy a property.
Exactly.
That's how you get paid to buy property. So it does exist.
And you cost $2,000 to get your license. So you kind of buy the property, pays for your license, you get a property. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You make money. You pay for your license and got a property and put money in your pocket.
Exactly.
That's how you do it, folks. Shut it down. That's the formula. So cool. So you're moving in this weekend. Anything else stuck out that you want to share about that, your purchase experience on that, or?
No, not really. Just go out there and do it. It's something that I thought about. And find good mentors, man. Find good mentors that are going to come help you. I called Mark and Riley Place, both of them, the day that I went and seen it, and I was like, I think I'm going to put an offer in on this place. They were jacked up for me, but I was like, would you guys come and check this place out with me and make sure that it's a good decision? Both of them come checked it out. Shoot, I even lifted Riley up into the attic through one of the closets. I mean,
Nice.
Shout out Riley.
I mean, yeah, it's great to have great mentors around you that are willing to help. And they both met me at the property, looked around at it, and told me, yeah, this is one you need to take a shot at. So I surely did, and it was just reassurance. And who knows if I really would have went through with it and made that offer if it wasn't for them coming out and helping me and giving me that reassurance. So that's a big thing. Is finding mentors, find people that have already done what you're looking to do. And ask them for help. I mean, ask for help and show them that you want to succeed too.
We were there just to give them that little push.
Yeah, absolutely, and it helped.
Which, man, you talk with that little push is so huge though, because we talked about this on the last couple podcasts. How many times we've been told no, you can't do it. How many naysayers would probably tell you, oh, you're going to get calls about toilets in the middle of the night, and
You don't want to be a landlord,
right? Oh, you don't want to do that. Oh, what if the market goes down? Oh, you can't. What are you doing? We've been told no over 145,000 times before we've even turned 18. We've been told no, you can't do that, or shut up, or be quiet, or some form or another 145,000 times. So when you surround yourself with yes folks, we say yes within reason. We say we give calculated yeses. We're just not throwing yeses around nonstop. when you surround yourself with yes folks, you know, in the right company, and we can help each other succeed, and a rising tide raises all ships. So that's the goal. So I'm glad that you were able to get that done, and you had the mindset. You took the initial steps. You were going to do it anyways. We're just here to, like you said, just give that little push more.
We can't force you to do anything.
Right.
We just give you the guidance to make the right choice.
Yeah. And guidance you guys give, man, it's great. I mean, I'm sure you guys have seen how excited I've been about getting this duplex. So, yeah.
So how much money are you going to be saving a month by living at this duplex now?
So technically, I mean, minus, you know, CapEx and maintenance and stuff that we put back, my mortgage is around a little over $1,000, and I'll be bringing in $1,200 to start. Depending on, I got the other tenants on the other side. She's going to leave, so you know, I might even try to rent it for a little bit more.
Nice.
But $1,200 coming in, about $1,000 going out. So I'm making essentially $200 a month. But you're putting some money back for maintenance and CapEx and stuff like that. So pretty much I'm breaking even. I'm not really paying anything to live right now, minus groceries. And
so you're living for free.
I'm living for free. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
So that's great. You get the icing on the cake, $200 every month. And that's the beauty of owning rental properties, is the trifecta, what I call it. It's the appreciation. You get normal market appreciation, about 3% a year. You get the pay down. Your tenants are paying down your mortgage for you. And the icing on the cake is, if you do make a little bit more than the pay down and the expenses, you get a little cash flow too. Nothing wrong with a little positive cash flow.
Absolutely.
So that's the trifecta of owning rental properties. Okay. What about JP? What's an interesting fact or story most folks may not know about John Pavlansky?
Interesting fact or story that most people may not know about me. I don't know if I'm pretty.
There's got to be some weird thing you did as a kid.
I'm pretty much an open book, but I'm a big vinyl collector. I like.
I didn't know that.
Yep, I like vinyl records.
Old man at heart.
Yeah, I've got a pretty
Did you
good.
scratch them?
No, I try not to. I try. No.
You got to get a crossfader and a.
Yeah, I would do that for my small audience of my roommate and my cat. Yeah,
All you gotta do is turn this on, and you're worldwide.
Exactly. Maybe I can go live on TikTok.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm a vinyl collector. I love collecting vinyls. Massive sports fan. But I feel like most people kind of know those things about me. But I think the vinyls would probably be the one that some people may not.
What about a couple of your nicknames, JP for 3 and Scoop?
JP for 3 and
Yeah.
Scoop, both sports related.
Yeah.
JP for 3. I'm a shooter, Pete.
Yeah, let it fly.
So yeah, that's where that one came from, was from basketball. And then Scoop was from baseball. My pops used to call me that when I was younger, because I played shortstop. And I didn't play baseball in high school or anything, but I played shortstop, so he always called me Scoop. And that's actually my LLC name. I actually just opened my LLC too, so Scoop Estates is the name of my LLC as well. So a little bit of honor to my pops too.
Excellent. So shout out Pops. Love
Absolutely.
It. So, okay, LLC. How did you open the LLC?
It's so much more simpler than you think.
Yeah.
You go on the hire Secretary of State, and you pretty much fill out a few pages of things, and boom, in a couple of days you have an LLC.
Did it all online?
Did it all online. $100.
$100.
$100. Yep.
Can't beat it. Do you have to check for name availability or?
I did. Scuba States. I don't think that was one somebody had. So
Yeah. Okay.
I lucked out there.
Mm-hmm. And you're gonna, all the properties you acquire are gonna go, or may not go under that one, but you got the first one up and running. Beautiful. You know Donald Trump? You ever heard of him?
Yes.
He's got over 400 LLCs.
Wow.
Yeah.
Probably one for every car and house.
One for every business, I hope. One for every tower.
Well, shoot, we made Jackson an LLC, and Jackson's in here too, doing the filming for us. But we made him an LLC, and he was like, I'm not sure if I like this name. And Riley was like, just make another one. just make another one. Make a new name. Make another one.
Change it. You can.
It's like website domain registry.
Right.
Just claim it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a few. I don't even use them.
Just claim them up. You can always use them. You can keep them on this back burner, whatever you want to do. All right. Anything else you want to discuss before we move on to the huge 4? Huge 4. Yeah. It's the huge 4. Let's get the huge for the cameras, guys.
No, I think I'm good. I think we covered pretty much everything. If any of the listeners out there, young guys, even older guys, girls, whatever, if you have questions about real estate, not even just the buying and selling side, if you just have questions about real estate, becoming an agent, becoming an investor, 100% feel free to contact me. I'd be more than happy to talk to you.
Do you charge for that advice?
No.
Okay.
10 cents a minute.
We want to be clear on that one. We do not charge for advice. We love to help folks out, even if you're in a sticky situation, and we're not getting paid anything.
Right.
Reach out to us. We're just all about helping folks out, helping our friends, helping clients.
I love talking real estate. I love talking real estate. I was just telling you, Pete, I was like, I'm not a big going out guy anymore, but I went to Final Friday a couple weeks ago, and I was like, yeah, it was fun. I got to drink a little bit, and I was walking around, and all I did was talk about real estate all night. Everybody was asking me about real estate, so it was fun.
He's passionate about it. He's passionate about it for sure. Yeah, I literally got asked on the phone the other day by a nice woman. She said, "Now wait, before we get started, am I going to be charged for this phone call?" I swear.
Do you want to be?
I said, actually, well, maybe I will. It's a great idea. I'm an entrepreneur, I said, no, hell no, we ain't going to charge you for the phone call. Jeez, please, we love to help, give advice. All right, so go ahead, Mark, hit him with the huge 4.
What's one thing you wish you'd known when you began your career?
I wish I would have known that I could have started sooner. And I wish I would have known that it just takes a little bit of action and a little bit of confidence to succeed. Because I think that was something that I lacked when I first started. Even just when I first started, out of high school, confidence was a little bit that I lacked, and just being able to take that action. I was a very analytic person, so I always wanted to analyze and know that it was the right move, and ask specific questions so I know I was doing the right thing. And that's changed. My mindset on that's changed a lot. It's more just like, do it and figure it out. Do it, take the action, and I have a good enough support group around me too that I know it's really hard for me to fail in that sense too. So, I take action and kind of try to think about it a little bit later. Not that I'm just going in it willy nilly and not analyzing anything at all, but definitely a lot less than I probably would have before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you just like all great entrepreneurs, take action, figure it out later. Mm-hmm. So. Of those 9 closings, which was the duplex the 9th?
Yep.
All right, so you rookie agents out there, people who are thinking about getting a license and who are saying to themselves, I've never even bought my own house. How would I know what the hell to do in a real estate transaction? Well, JP for 3 is living proof. He closed 8 deals before he even bought his own personal home.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So don't feel like you have to go buy a house before you can practice it. Because, again, that's what we are here for. Yep. And that's what the schooling is for. Mm-hmm. You go through the Hondro schooling, or we ever went to real estate school. That's what they teach you. They walk you through the entire process. So just if you're young, don't feel like your inexperience in actual real estate purchasing is going to hurt you any. Because in this case, it sure does not even matter.
It's irrelevant.
It's irrelevant.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's totally irrelevant.
Yeah. Sure.
And the real reason why I got into real estate at first was to be an investor. Then that's most of the people is agents. They get it to be an investor. But I wanted to do the agent side too, to understand, because like you said, I had no clue how a real estate transaction worked. I was renting a house,
right?
So I haven't bought anything yet. So being an agent definitely helped me understand and feel more comfortable and confident when I did go buy my first property. So that's just another reason why, if you do want to be an investor, think about getting your license too.
Yep, absolutely. All right.
Definitely helps.
Number 2.
What was your biggest failure? What did you learn from it?
Biggest failure, I'd probably say losing that $750,000 sale. What I learned from it is to, and it's hard to learn too much because it was very early on in my real estate career, but I try not to get down on myself. I learned that the losses are just wins in the end of the day. So, even though I lost out on that deal, it gives me an opportunity to be better the next time and learn from those mistakes. So I try not to be down on myself too much. A couple of days, obviously, I was kicking myself in the ass a little bit because I lost that. But in the grand scheme of things, more are going to come around, and there was lessons for me to pull from there. So I think that was the biggest lesson I learned, was just to take those losses as wins too.
Awesome. What are the best resources that have helped you along the way?
Look in the mirror. You guys, my family, my friends, those are massive resources. Because like I said, I'm a reassurance guy, and I need some reassurance sometimes. And the people that I have around me right now are immaculate. I feel like I'm in a great spot right now as far as the people around me, friends, family, mentors. So you guys are probably one of the biggest ones. Of course, Bigger Pockets in the books that I read as well. But yeah, my mentors have been huge for helping me in the success that I've had in the business.
Thank you, man.
What are 2 books that have inspired you?
2 books, both Kiyosaki books. Probably the one that everybody says, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. That book is just incredible. I tell anybody that wants to be an entrepreneur, business, investing, anything.
What did you learn from Rich Dad, Poor Dad? What are some lessons it taught you?
I mean, I just learned that money does not work at all how you think it works or how you were raised to think it works. The lessons that you can learn in that book are incredible. It's insane. And it takes a couple reads and really getting outside your mind and being open to the concepts, because at first you kind of turn it away. Or at least I did. I pushed it away. I was like, I think this is kind of BS. I think he's kind of BSing it. And then I really try to have an open mind going into it again, and it's incredible. It's incredible the way that money actually works compared to how we were raised to think it works.
One of his big things, I think, was a house is a liability. Mm-hmm. It's not an asset.
Yeah, the basic understanding.
Right, the basic understanding of assets versus liabilities. Assets are things that either are worth money or make you money, and a liability is something that costs you money.
Which is your own personal house.
Right, yes. And I think that was a big one for me that I took from that book. And then, of course, taxes. Mm-hmm. How big of a bill that taxes really are, and how we pay taxes everywhere we go, whether it's sales tax, whether it's income tax, whether it's real estate tax, whether property tax,
death tax.
Right. So, and that really opened my eyes to where you get taxed everywhere, and that's another great thing about owning real estate or being a real estate agent. Mm-hmm. You've got tax benefits there that you can take advantage of. Because after reading that book, we want to, like my accountants say over my man Tom Hughesby over at Banks CPAs, we want to legalize. No, we want to maximize your legal tax deductions. We want to maximize your legal tax deductions. That's our job. And they do a tremendous job of that. But I think that's what that book kind of reinforced for me was you need to do that. You need to take full advantage of everything that you can, because tax is such a huge bill that we don't even realize.
Yeah, especially as self-employed investors and everything.
Yeah.
Your normal worker doesn't have to worry about it. They're all excited for this refund. Dude, no. You get on the other side.
You don't get refunds, do you?
No, I get a tax bill. A big one. Which is good. The more taxes you pay, the more likely you're doing in your life, more success.
Right.
But still.
You still don't like to see that bill.
The one thing we all hate, taxes.
You can't spend that money.
Hey, thanks for doing your part, Big, to this.
You're welcome.
To being an upstanding tax-paying citizen. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
You don't live in Lexington right now, do you, though?
I just try to, my new thing is try to give away some of it for charity. Instead of giving it to the federal government, let them do whatever the hijinks they're going to do with it. Let me give it back to the kids and that type of stuff.
Yep.
Because then that counts as a deduction.
Sure.
So
I'm
trying to utilize this in a better way.
Makes sense. Very good. So that was and you mentioned there's another Kiyosaki book.
Yeah, another Kiyosaki book is the Cash Flow Quadrant. Have you guys read that?
Have not.
Heard of it.
Part of it.
Oh, you guys got to read it. It's terrific. I actually read that before I read Rich Dad Poor Dad, which it's kind of like the sequel of Rich Dad Poor Dad in essence. But it talks about the cash flow quadrant, 4 different things: investor, business owner, self-employed, and just employed. And it shows you how to go from an E, which is the employed, to an S, to a B, to an I, or just from an E to an I. Yeah. And everybody wants to be in the I. And that was one of the first times I really opened my eyes up to being an investor as well. And that book is great. You guys should certainly read that. It just talks about the mindset that the people have in each of the cash flow quadrants, and the difference between them all. And it kind of opened my eyes up to business owners too, because it's like, this person is a business owner, but they're working 90, 100 hours a week to run this business. And it explains how to set up systems to where if you leave your business for a year, you should come back, and not only should it be still stagnant, or should still be sustainable, but it should even be better. Wow. If you can't do that for a year, then you need to get different systems in place. Is kind of how it explains it.
Right, because you've got a job, not a business.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can only have 1 or 2 jobs. You can have hundreds of businesses.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a great perspective to have.
I've read part of that book. Can you be too of the squares?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can, yep.
So I'm pretty much you have the employee, investor,
Yep.
or employee self-employment,
Yep.
investor, business owner.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm pretty much the self-employed investor.
Well, you're kind of 3 of them, aren't you? Easy made too.
Eh,
No. That's not sustainable by itself.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm still running it.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to look into it, Pete.
Yeah, I can see Pete's.
Yeah.
I can see Pete's gears moving right now.
well, I think
it.
the book is great for like you're still young. When you're young, you don't know anything really about the real world. Money, wow, it's just I got to go to work.
Right.
And you start learning the concepts and the theories and then how it really works and how it's not really paper, it's actually a medium for channeling energy. That's whenever, that sounds weird. That's what it is. We just say this thing has value. You can trade it for this thingy and you get it. What? It's just freaking paper. No, everyone agrees that's what we use to channel our energy and trade it.
Yeah.
So
the 4 quadrants are the employee, so you're working for the man. Then you have your self-employment, or
Yep.
self-employment, to where
Working for yourself.
You're working for yourself. And then the investor, you don't own a business that's sustaining by itself, but you're investing in other businesses. Then you got the business that automatically runs by itself, and you're just getting passive income.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys. You guys probably fall in the same category as me, self-employed. You guys are independent contractors.
Yep.
I'm guilty of that. Working way too much. Need to put more systems in place. But it will get there at some point. But I enjoy the hard work. Don't get me wrong. I mean, that's what I love and embrace and grind on. But there's better ways to do it by putting better systems in place. And that book, like you guys have explained, really opens up your eyes to you need to get some better systems in place, or else you're going to work your whole life away. But we'll figure that out. I'm going to have to read the book.
You're going to have
I'm working too much. But I enjoy it. Oh, and I wanted to touch on this too. And another problem with the self-employed. Not a problem. It's a problem and a blessing. Is I just want to have a little something left over at the end of the year. It's a lot, you guys know all the bills, all the expenses, the taxes, the insurance, everybody thinks you're making all this money. My goal is just to keep the doors open and keep everybody happy.
it's like you're just working to have fun.
Right.
Then you don't get anything in the end.
And hopefully there's something left over at the end. I joke with my wife all the time. It's literally like playing Monopoly. Because some days I show up to work and you get this thing that says, well, the IRS says you screwed up this paperwork, you owe this dollar amount. It's like you flip over a card. That's beyond your control.
Yep.
And some days you show up and it's like, oh, we got a great new account, or we sold a huge deal. And we made, we did good on that deal. So it's literally like flipping cards over on Monopoly.
Right.
You just keep showing up, and by the end of the year, being a small business owner, hopefully you got another year, and hopefully you grew some business, and hopefully you got a little bit left over at the end. I mean, am I right?
Yeah, because you go up and you come down. But then when you go up, you want to make sure you leverage your upside so that if it goes down, you don't go down and break it, so you have to restart all over again.
Right.
So when you come down, you want to set a higher low. It's just
Correct.
kind of always incrementally increasing.
Yes.
And then hopefully by the end of the day, you actually get some money
That's right.
for your efforts.
And then we'll come back again next year.
That's right. Until we die.
I had a pretty good mentor when I was younger. We were playing Monopoly. And I was sitting there holding my cash, like waiting for the boardwalk to pop up. Like that's the one I wanted.
Yeah.
When he was just spending all his money, he was buying everything he landed on. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I want to buy as many properties as I can. He's like, I don't care how much cash I got.
Right.
He's like, I just want to buy as much as possible. He's like, the more you buy, the more people are going to land, the more money you're going to make. He said, it doesn't matter how much money you have in your pocket.
Yeah.
And I kind of took that, and it stuck in my head. And he was like, it's just like real life.
Dude.
It's the truth.
How much is Monopoly just like every day? I mean, how much does that apply to your thought process when you're purchasing properties? You literally look at your account. You look, where can I pull cash from? I need to put some more in here so I can buy more properties. Yeah, it's like the most simplest
Monopoly
game.
is real life.
We all played as a
life.
child, and it translates so well. Yeah,
That's another fun fact for me there, right there, Pete. I play Monopoly a ton.
with real money.
Not with real money. Well, with real money too. Now I'm playing it with real money too. But I play the game a ton. I actually played it last night, halftime with my roommate of the football game. Yeah, we both got it on our phone. I spent like $4 on it, but
Yeah, I got it too.
love it. I love playing it. Yeah,
the phone version.
Oh yeah,
I have not tried it.
You can play with friends and everything. We can all
that's
get on
funny.
there and FaceTime it and play each other.
Oh,
It's
that
really
is cool.
Yeah.
So we need to do it like poker with
can
real money.
That's what I'm saying. Can we use real cash?
Like right here. Right here. Let's go, investors.
I don't want to do that. I don't like gambling. I don't want to play Monopoly with real cash.
Let's go, investors.
I do enjoy playing Monopoly in real life, though, as well.
That's even better.
Yeah.
We can play the game in real life with real money right here in this office.
Yes, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Something tells me Justin has a Batman-themed Monopoly game.
No.
No, you don't? They
I don't love
got a
Monopoly
themed
that
game
much.
for every single one. I know my boys have a Fortnite-themed one.
Well, of course.
Yeah. So, all right, man. This is what podcasts are all about, getting off subject. All right, you ready for the rapid fire round? Yes. Okay, you're going to come off the top of your head, rapid fire, first thing that pops in your mind. Are you ready, JP, for 3?
I'm ready.
What is your spirit animal?
Lion.
Yeah, lion.
I'll go 2.
Yep.
What's your guilty pleasure?
Cheez-Its. Cheez-Its and music. I listen to music. I'm trying to get better at just listening to straight podcasts in the car. God, I love music. So, Cheez-Its and music.
Don't get that Cheez-It dust all over them vinyl records.
You got to find a happy medium.
I do.
What is your favorite movie?
I'll give you 3 of them. Wolf of Wall Street, Shawshank, and Step Brothers.
Nice. Step Brothers.
A serious one, a business one, and a funny one. Top
Never-
3 right there, though.
Did I ever tell you I was the vice president of the world's largest helicopter leasing company this side of the Mississippi? And I haven't had a car since 2004. That's right.
Impressive.
Yeah.
No, I believe that.
That movie cracks me up.
Oh, I love that movie, man.
Goodness. That's one, when it comes on, you just cannot turn the channel.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. And Shawshank, of course. America's favorite movie, which I forgot to mention, my dad is in.
Mm-hmm.
And I was with David Kirst here, and we talked movies the whole time, and I felt bad about not even mentioning that, so I posted a video of it last night, and it was pretty funny.
I thought it was fake.
That was him. Legit. That was legit.
I thought you did some little Photoshop.
Yeah, he was in it.
And I absolutely love Shawshank. 2 of my friends, they told me and my roommate that they had never seen Shawshank, and I think we about shit ourselves. So we made him sit down and watch Shawshank with us one night. And I didn't realize, after you watch Shawshank the first time, it's not as good to watch it back, because if you haven't watched it, we'll go watch the movie and you'll understand. But after you watch it the first time, it's kind of like, okay, I know what's going to happen.
Right.
But
to
terrific
see
movie.
The perseverance.
Oh, yeah.
And here's one for the camera. Fear can hold you prisoner, but hope can set you free. Get busy living or get busy dying, baby.
Love it.
Grant Cardone.
Yeah, that's one of those ones. Yeah, you get watch for the first time, and it's like, boom, those crazy dramatic endings. Sixth Sense, Saw, endings you saw just clearly out of left field, or way out of left field, I should say, not clearly out of left field. Oh, that's pretty cool. All right. Oh, who's up? Me?
Yep. Number 4.
What do you do in your spare time?
My spare time, the little spare time that I do have, I got a good group of friends that I hang out with, and then I'm avid in the gym. It's been a little rough lately, but definitely going to the gym, playing sports, watching sports. I still play basketball every week. I try to watch as much sports as I can when I do have free time. Massive Cavs fan, massive Eagles fan. So, that's what I do in my spare time. And actually, if you guys don't mind, I do want to touch on the gym as well, because that was a massive motivator for me. I went through a breakup, started to get in the gym, and it really gave me, after a couple months, gave you a sense of determination and motivation, because for me, I was always a string bean. I was super skinny, and being able to see those results and see, hey, I can, if I put my mind to something, yeah, I can do it. It's possible. That gave me a whole new set of determination. So it doesn't always have to be the gym. It doesn't always have to be the same things that I do, but go out there and find something that you've always wanted to do that you haven't done, and do it and try it. Because once you do achieve it, and once you do see some success in that, it gives you more determination for every other avenue you're gonna go down in life.
Yeah, man, we've got that addictive personality. Problem is, you got to be addicted to something good that's gonna move you forward, and you've got that personality. We all do. And you can be addicted to that, and you can focus your energy on that. And I saw you at the CrossFit gym the other day. You and Mark came down, man. You guys were killing it. They had the shirts off and everything. Sweat flying, spit flying.
It was pretty rough.
Man, I love that CrossFit.
What do you think, Mark? 7 a.m. tomorrow, man.
CrossFit Games 2023.
There you go. I'm going to miss tomorrow. I'm going to be at the baseball field.
Okay.
But you guys are welcome to go. I've been there this week, 6 a.m. My boy Roy Leedy, Angie Dingus over there at Ontario Fitness Club. I love that place, man. But wherever you go, do it every day just like you're brushing your teeth. That's great advice. Okay.
Number 5, what is your go-to karaoke song?
I could do a couple. Frank Ocean, Thinking About You. You guys ever heard that one? A tornado flew around my room before you came. Excuse the mess it made. It usually doesn't rain. And yeah, that is an absolute hitter right there.
Nice. We've got some singing. What's the other one? You said mention 2.
I think it's just the Frank Ocean.
Frankie Ocean.
The ladies like that one.
Nice.
So.
All right.
What is?
Oh, go ahead. Was it me?
Yeah. No.
It's you, Mark.
What is something you fear?
Something I fear. I am absolutely terrified of spiders. That is
Aren't we all?
Yeah. That is my one big fear. Other than that, maybe just that's probably it. Just spiders.
Good thing you live in Ohio because they don't get too awful big here comparatively. You don't have any hairy tarantulas walking around.
Yeah.
As long as the spiders don't get enhanced with AI, we're good. This will kill us all.
Well, the apartment that I'm in right now, it was built in 1914, and it's a beautiful apartment, 1,600 square foot. But I wish I could stay there. But I have not seen a single spider in that apartment. Surprisingly, I was thinking, there's going to be spiders all over this place. I went down to my duplex for the last 2 days, and I've probably seen 5 spiders total. So
you got to get one of them sticky pads.
Okay.
An insect sticky pad, and it attracts those suckers.
Okay.
And man, it's almost like I'm hunting game because I look at it in the morning. I'm like, I wonder if I got anything last night. You see a big giant spider on there. I'm like, oh yeah. You have those things work. Try that out. Okay. So you fear spiders. What would you do if you won the Mega $1 Billion lottery? What would you buy?
Probably a good amount of things I'd buy, but I think the first thing would be a house for my mom.
Nice. Shout out moms. Love it.
Certainly.
Who is your favorite superhero?
Ooh, I'm going to come out of left field on this one. I'm going to say Hancock. Does that count?
Yes.
Hancock.
That counts. That's Will Smith.
Is that the Will Smith movie?
Yep. He was kind of like a Superman, but didn't know what to do. It was more of a moral gray compass.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very good. I like it.
Justin would know.
Yeah. Superhero expert.
That movie was like 06 or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
What is your favorite sports team?
Cleveland Cavaliers, Philadelphia Eagles. And the Birds are about to kick some Detroit Lion ass this weekend.
Who won't?
Very true. Very true.
The Lions have been the Lions for a while.
Hey, they got Motor City Dan Campbell over there, though. Have you ever seen that guy? His opening presser, he was talking about biting people's kneecaps off, and then if your leg got broken, you crawl and bite another kneecap off. Oh, Dan Campbell, he's the man over there.
They're gonna play with pride this year.
Oh yeah,
Lion pride. They will fight
Mm-hmm.
because of that man.
They used to have Stafford.
Used to.
Oh, they wasted him. Although he didn't look too hot last night.
He left and won a ring. He left and won a ring. You think Baker's going to do the same thing this year?
Surely not.
No, he's not no Stafford.
The hype ain't around that. They predicted the Rams were going to win.
Right.
As soon as they traded him.
I mean, the Rams.
They said the same thing about the Patriots when they got Randy Moss. I remember watching the draft. Oh, Patriots get Randy Moss. Oh, they're going undefeated. And they almost did.
Mm-hmm. No. And I love Stafford to death, but they also added OBJ, added Von Miller, which he was killing the Rams last night. He's over in Buffalo now. He was killing them last night. So there's some other pieces there that I think helped.
Buffalo looked pretty tough.
They did.
Yeah.
They did.
They're the favorite this year.
I loved seeing that stiff arm from Allen.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Been working on them tricep press downs.
Oh, in the ground. Get down. Let's score a touchdown.
And they held the defending champs to, what, was it 10? Or
10 points.
10 points total. And they didn't even have their top corner last night, Tre'Davious White.
And it wasn't even in the frozen tundra snow.
I turned it on in the third quarter. I'm like, this isn't even a game. This is kind of sad.
What about the Cavs? Got a good pickup.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. And
Donovan Mitchell.
So funny thing with the Cavs, because I went to like 5 or 6 Cavs games last year. I think the day that I came in and actually met you for the first time, Pete, I was going to the playing game against the Hawks. Gavin, my roommate, who I've mentioned a couple times on here, his aunt texts us after the season's over. Hey, do you guys like the Cavs? Yeah, we love the Cavs. Do you guys ever go to any games? Yeah, we went to like 6 games this year. Oh, I wish I would have known. I have $50 through my company. We get $50 courtside tickets almost every game.
What?
I was like, excuse me. So we told her pretty much next year, if you get some courtside tickets, don't even ask us for a confirmation. Right, yeah, we're in. I'll be there. I'll be there.
I'll be there too. Get one for me.
So hopefully I'll be being able to watch Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland and all those guys within about 5 feet from me next year.
He's like, so a big metric for me is, and we talked about this, is average points in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. What do you average when it counts the most? At the top of the list is Michael Jordan. But you see some surprising names on there. Mm-hmm. I think Iverson is 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And Donovan Mitchell is top 10.
Yeah.
Wow. I know he doesn't have a lot of playoff games in, but still, when it matters most, he lights it up. Mm-hmm. So that tells you, because everybody's playing their hardest.
Yeah.
You're getting everybody's best coming at you. So
a couple years ago, watching him and Jamal Murray play against each other in the bubble was crazy. I mean, those dudes are putting up like 45 and 45 every game. Like, they were balling. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm excited about that. I'm excited for the Cavs, too.
Heck yeah. All right. And lastly, and we'll let you guys get out of here. Man, y'all are busy guys. I appreciate your time today. What is your greatest accomplishment?
Greatest accomplishment? I would just say I don't think it's a specific accomplishment, but just learning to be myself more and get out there and find success. Because I think I never was truly just myself. I always thought of what others would think before I did things, and I think that's just went right out of my head now. So I think being myself is probably one of the greatest accomplishments and just finding success.
Love it, man. Love it. Well, JP, John Pavlansky, JP for 3. Scoop himself, thank you for joining us. John Pavlansky, rising star, rock star, real estate investor, real estate agent with Dream Huge Realty. Thank you, John.
Certainly.
Appreciate it. Great job today. Thank you for listening to the Dream Huge podcast. Thank you, Mark Gray.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you very much. Yeah, you say one more thing? Oh, yeah, sorry. Let me jump back. It's right here, big, bold. I still missed it. Where and how can folks contact you, JP?
My cell number, and you can call, you can text, literally whenever. When I'm saying that, I'm being truthful about it. Call or text whenever. 567-303-4714. My email is jpavlansky@dreamhuge. Instagram, John Pavlansky Real Estate. Facebook, John Pavlansky.
Right on. Thank you for that. And I will post that on the pod as well, on the description. So thank you for that, JP. Mm-hmm. And thank you, Mark, producer extraordinaire, Mark Gray, slinging deals every day, slinging investments every day, investment properties every day. Thank you, Justin Bigelow, huge and low, the 2-time champ. Thank you, Justin. And thank you, Jackson Parton, for being patient today with us. And he's literally, we need to get you a chair next time, man. He's literally stood here the whole time. He's a trooper. Thank you, Jackson. He is filming for us, and it's going to be amazing. He's going to make make us shine, make this look fancier than what it really is.
Make us all look better.
Yeah, that's what great videographers do. Thank you, Jackson. Appreciate your time. Jackson Parton for all your video needs. And thank you for listening. Please remember to review, subscribe, and share. And as always, remember the rules. Work hard, never give up, and dream huge, baby.
Thank you for listening to the Dream Huge podcast. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any future episodes. For more inspiring content, follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Dream Huge Realty and on TikTok at Dream Huge Inc. Until next time.